You are welcome to the Mirror TV. We offer you news, local, national and international, on politics, religious and socio-cultural events, project work documentary, live documentary and lot more. Contact us today and do not forget to subscribe to our channel so as to get our updates on daily basis. Chairman of Local Government Service Commission, Ebonyi State, Chief Romanis Okemini Nwasum, has charged the local government and development center workers in Ebonyi State to focus on cultivating attitudinal change and work ethics in their place of work during a 3-day workshop for each local government and development centers workers in the state. This was made known in the commission during a concluding zonal workshop with South Zone. The 3-day workshop of each zone for HPMs, AOs, TRS, FOs, HODs, HAU works, HOD and HOU PRS, HODs and HOU AGRIC, HOU education and special welfare, one CONHESS health officer, one admin officer and one accountant from local government and development centers of the state zones is concluded with Ebonyi South Zone with its theme Attitudinal change and work ethic in Ebonyi State.
My advice is that they should put to use what they were taught, what they learned, because attitude is what makes you who you are. So I believe that attitude will reflect in the work ethics to make our local government system better. So I advise them to individually start the change for positive attitude and be dedicated and diligent in their work duties. So that's my advice to them.
The chairman of Ebonyi State Local Government Service Commission, Chief Romanis Okemini Nwasum, who unveiled the program, thanked Ebonyi State government, Francis Ogbonamefru, and the participants for massive turnout during the workshop. The chairman further encouraged the participants to note the topic of the workshop, attitudinal change and work ethics, as a mirror that governs everyone in his day-to-day activity.
To the participants, like just what I told them in the hall, that we carefully chose the topic attitudinal change and work ethics in Ebonyi local government system. So, since they were there in their numbers, and I believe they learned a lot from the lectures. If you have been following our activities since we assumed office here, we realized that for some years now, local government has been in a coma. That was why immediately we assumed office, we went back on tours, visitations of all the 774 local government and development centers in Ebonyi State, asking them to resume work, to be dedicated, to be in attendance to their duties. It's one of our cardinal objectives, monitoring. To monitor them, then monitoring and training. So we embarked on the training, believing that after the training, a lot of things will change. We also noticed along the line the conflict between political office holders and public servants in the system. We organized that workshop, real conflict between the two groups, and we believe and we've seen that after that workshop there was a drop in complaints from local government and development centers, which shows that what they learned from the workshop made meaning in their work relationship between the two groups, political office holders and public servants. So now that we've finished this series from Ebonyi North, Ebonyi Central to Ebonyi South, we now start departmental training, because the topic we just finished today appears a generic. Attitude involves everybody. attitudinal change. And I want to thank him for giving us this opportunity to contribute our quota at this level. And remember, local government is the basics of what we do in the state, because everything starts from the local government. And we believe that with his program, philosophy, policy, people's charter of need, if we get it right at the local government and the local government workers, that program will start yielding fruit there. People will be aware, people will put it into practice.
He notes that the work ethics is low, but when the attitudinal change is rekindled, they are going to change for a better. He as well notes the problem in the society, where one is doing right thing while others are doing wrong thing, but an effort of an individual can effect a change in his own area of work. The Commissioner 1 in Ebonyi State Local Government Service Commission, Architect Augustine Nwasum, in his speech said, change is not easy, but if you start it, he will believe that God will help you, and promise that the Commission will look into their requests and suggestions for effective growth in the local government system in Ebonyi.
We're talking about the change and work ethics. So what I expect them is that, one, nobody should be pushing blame to other person. Let's assume and own it that the corruption we are talking about is in our head. And the change that we are talking about, we are the people to change. So what I expected from them is that they should put it in practice and change from the previous attitude that they were doing, that they know very well that is not good, which they are saying by themselves. That is what I expected for them. They carry it home and even transfer the change to other people in their various local government and province centers. Our governor, to me, I always say that he's a constant governor. He never been a civil servant, but he loved the civil servant. As he doing that, he was the civil servant. My recommendation is that I give God all glory for giving him to us, and equally for God to protect and guide him in anywhere that he's going to, and for him to be with him so that he continue his good work that he's doing till the end of his tenure in the office.
The Commissioner 1 Architect Augustine Nwasum advised participants to be focused on the rules of engagement and do what they required diligently in their various places of work. He as well asked local government and the Lawrence Center's workers to brace up in their various places of work. Notwithstanding, officials in the commission and commissioners, including Commissioner 2 in a Ebonyi State Local Government Service Commission, Honorable Monde Nwibo, who is the chairman in the workshop, Commissioner 3, Honorable Ike Obu, and many others were present in the workshop and made their contribution in various ways in advising workforce through attitudinal change and work ethics in the local government and development center in the state.
To the participant, the man is known for action. After all these lectures have taken place, it's left for them to implement what they've learned from the workshop, because the workshop witnessed a big masquerade from the academia. Professors were there, barristers were there, and they were teaching us about attitudinal change. I was the chairman of the occasion. During the three zones, I was the chairman. And from our chairman, Chief Nwasum, Okemini, he told them that the era of charity has ended. That this is the time, after this training, we expect them to revive the system, to make the system work again. And if we go to the field and we see them, because our governor is known for welfareism, he's doing well to the welfare of the workers. He pays them on time, he promotes them. As you can see, they are all happy.
The 3 days workshop was packed with a lot of educative lectures and the resourceful intellectuals from various fields of studies. The 3 days workshop was a handful of 6 educative lectures. Paper 1, Work Ethics and Productivity in the Local Government System in Ebonyi State by Professor Joseph Okwesili Nkwede, Principal Consultant CEO, Okwi Delight Global Limited. Paper 2, Role of Disciplinary Measure in Re-engineering Work Attitude in the Local Government Area by Barrister Paul. Paper 3, Public Service and the Fight Against Corruption in Nigeria. An X-ray to Local Government System by Professor Anthony Itmo. Paper 3, Personnel Relationship and Quality Service Delivery in a Ebonyi State Local Government System by Dr. Imalen Onwe, and many other papers. All the lectures are all interactive. Questions and answers are used at the end of each paper. The participants express satisfaction on the lectures as well as the Commission and Ebonyi State Governor, Right Honorable Francis Obunamwifro, for their focus to bring positive change in the Ebonyi State local government system. A committee was set at the beginning of the workshop who raised a communique at the end of the 3 days workshop, and a cash reward mechanism was given to 3 participants who came earlier as expected in the workshop by Okwi Delight Global Limited, the beating example of attitudinal change that is individual's action on daily life. And a certificate of participation was issued to the participants.
You must be dedicated. You must have self-discipline. You must also be responsible.
We have positive discipline and we have negative discipline. Now, in positive discipline, it has to do with every other thing except punishment.
We are talking about attitudinal change, which is attitude of workers towards the development of wherever you are. You know, where we are supposed to work as a team for you to achieve so much. If you give an input, you get an output.
In the local government today, we do not have junior workers who will look upon to come and learn from us.
Beneficiaries of this gesture from Okwi Delight Global Limited, we sincerely want to appreciate him and the Commission. Coming to work early has been what I've put into myself. Workers we! Wow! The other day I told them that the change we are talking about have to start with me. I don't need it, I will start it by myself. So I want all of us to go back home in our various areas of work and begin that change.
Regular and timely payment of monthly salary to discourage workers from suffering illegally through fraud or embezzlement of public funds. Number 2, let there be clear-cut demarcation between the revenue sources accruing to the state government and that of the local government to avoid encroachment or conflict of services.
As we keep updating you in news, reportage, and a lot more. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and drop your comments below. Benita Olise, The Mirror TV.